Hi, my name is Stacy, and I'm the owner here at Oh My Jane. We just want to introduce you to Oh My Life. It's going to be a little bit of behind the scenes of what happens, what takes place when we are not open and serving people. I already said I'm the owner. I am also the owner of these two people, beautiful people next to me. We are at the shop right now, and I'm going to let them talk about themselves for a little second.
A little second.
Your second's up.
I'm Elena. I'm her oldest child. I'm her daughter. And I'm her, second in command. I pretty much take care of, obviously not as much as she takes care of.
She's what we call a mini Stacy.
Yes. If you can't find her, you can find me. I mean, if you can't find her, you probably can't find me. I feel like you're just rambling. So I'm basically her second in command and can take care of anything here at the business.
My name is Aiden Monzono. I'm her second oldest, and I kind of just do anything I'm asked. I'll go on the website, make my own changes.
You're the IT guy. Own that position. That is your position,
I'm
sir.
The it guy.
The it guy.
The it guy.
And I like dinosaurs. I like playing the piano. Love my family. I love God. And my favorite color is blue.
Ah, I didn't think about that.
Nice.
My favorite color is fuchsia. You will see it the
Everywhere.
First thing you walk in the store. You will see a big old fuchsia wall. That's our strengthening through words wall. So, yeah, it's definitely fuchsia. My favorite color.
My favorite color is black.
She doesn't like her soul.
Like my soul.
Yes. So we do want to talk about, I guess, kind of just an introduction, like where it all began, what we do day to day, normal stuff. Because not only do I work with my children, but I live with my children, obviously. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot that happens behind the scenes. However, we're really good at keeping our drama at home. Unless you're Elena and you like to bring your attitude and your grumpiness to the shop, then, some things we got to deal with.
It adds entertainment.
Oh, yes. Definitely provides a lot of entertainment. And then Aiden is really good at providing entertainment. He doesn't think we're as funny as we think we are, but we are funny, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What were we going to say? Do you have a question for me to get started? Oh, sure. I have a question for myself. I have an answer. So we started Oh My Jane. I started it 2017 with 2 racks of clothes in my parents' living room because we were living with my parents at the time. 2 racks of clothes, and now we have a store almost 6 years later. And it's been a journey because I had 4 kids. My youngest at the time was 4. Nathan was 4.
I was 4.
Yeah, you were how old?
14.
Aiden was 12 then. Yeah, so when I started this, I had a 14-year-old, 12-year-old, 6-year-old, and 4-year-old. So it's been a journey, not just building this business and getting us to the place where we're at, but knowing how to balance family life, my faith, and then the business life. So it's taught me a lot about myself. It's taught me a lot of my strengths. It's taught me a lot of my weaknesses. It's taught me how to delegate a lot more. I've definitely learned a lot about myself, a lot about my kids as well. Like you've learned some stuff about yourself through this, right?
Oh yeah.
The shop.
I say I'm 80% of myself, of my personality, is probably because of the shop. Before the business,
I feel like that business was really aggressive. Before the business, very aggressive.
I didn't really know I was 14, but I still didn't know what I wanted to do. I definitely didn't see myself being
I know what you wanted to do. Yeah, I know what you didn't want to do was help me build the business.
That's true. Yeah,
you wanted to be a musician, a rock star.
I still do, but I'm stuck here.
She is. It was really tough getting her on board. I feel like Aiden was always very supportive and did what we needed him to do, because he was always into IT, always into jailbreaking phones and, downloading stuff illegally because he was really good at it. Do we have to cut that? Maybe we shouldn't share that.
He does it now.
So he was always, hey mom, do you need me at 13 years old? Do you need me to change anything on the website? He built the website. He did it all. But she was a little bit harder to get on board because she had her own thing happening at 13 years old, her own dream, or 14, her own
14.
Dreams and aspirations. So she really wasn't involved.
I think I was I think it was maybe 16 when I first started to actually get involved and help out, like, actually help out.
Yeah, when she finally realized, okay, oh my Jane is not going anywhere, so me and Oh My Jane have to get along. And I guess when she finally accepted that Oh My Jane wasn't going anywhere.
Basically my little sister.
Kind of like the stepdad. Oh, okay, yeah, that too.
Oh, or the stepdad, yeah, whatever.
Yes, stepdad. Aiden, you were always more receptive to Oh My Jane, right? Or was there ever like a time where you were like, okay, Oh My Jane needs to burn?
It's never gone that heavy, but
He's like, yeah, let's
I was
meet.
always on
Last
board.
night.
I like the idea of what you had. Like, I like your idea of Oh My Jane and what you were trying to...
Even at 12 years old?
Oh, no, I didn't understand that part. I just did what my mom told me to do. But as I grew older, I understand, like, why you're doing this. And, of course, I want to help with that.
Right.
So...
You understood. Yeah, I appreciate that. He's been a team player since day one. You've been an Elena player since day one.
Wow. I mean, I wasn't unsupportive. I just, like what he said, I didn't really understand what she was doing, but...
I need tissue.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't unsupportive. I just...
Is unsupportive the word?
Desupportive? I don't know.
Insupportive?
Insupportive?
Insubordinate? Go ahead.
That's a completely different meaning.
I was supportive. I knew that she was going to
Oh my goodness.
go big in anything that she's dreamed of and anything that God places in her hearts.
My hearts.
In your hearts.
We do like to, I guess what helps us in the work relationship, in the work environment, is that we have a really close relationship, the three of us, even with the younger two. We have a strong bond. Me and my daughter, me and my sons, like we all have a strong bond, not just parent to child, but child to child as well. So yeah, that is one thing for sure that has helped us in the work environment, in the work relationship, is having the bond that we have at home. There is a lot of picking. There's a lot of calling each other out because that's just what we do. That's, humor. Like our humor is definitely more, if one of us falls.
We follow.
What?
Never mind.
The humor?
Yeah.
So if one of us falls or if somebody gets hurt, like we laugh first and then we check on them. Unless there's like blood or bone sticking out, then we probably still might. They might laugh, but yeah, it's definitely, that's what we do. Like I pick on them mostly. Is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pick on them a lot, but it's okay, right?
No.
He says
gotta stop that.
No. Too bad, so sad. So yeah, I guess, do you all want to ask anything?
on with the-
I do have a question. As your kids, we've seen that you're unwavering and just how no matter what trial.
He did used to have trouble saying his R's.
What was speech impediment? Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter like what trials you went through, you always persevered. Like your faith played a role in that. Like what?
Yes.
Okay, you want to tell us about that?
Oh, yeah.
Like why?
Sorry.
Like what pushed you to keep going?
As far as like going through the trials, like everything that kind of just came at me, what helped me, what has built resilience in me is knowing that God gave me this vision. He gave me this dream. He planted it in me. I've never been an entrepreneur. I've never been one to be like, oh, I'm going to have my own business one day. I always wanted to travel. And I always thought that was going to happen by being a, like an assistant to somebody who travels. Like attorneys that I worked for, they always were traveling and going to hearings here and there. And I was like, man, it would be so awesome to be their assistant because I can go traveling with them. I never thought that it would be because I own my own company. Like, so I wasn't an entrepreneur. I wasn't a person that just builds businesses. Like, so God definitely gave me the vision, gave me the heart for this. Did I expect it to get this big? No. Like I didn't even want to have a storefront. And I never saw it coming to this point, but God did. And I always just obeyed. I always just did whatever he said to do. Okay, Stacy, I know you want to quit, but keep going. Stacy, I know you don't want to have a storefront, but I need you in Alvin. And so now we're in Alvin and we're serving so many different people. Anybody that walks through the door, they get to experience what Oh My Jane is about. They get to experience the service, is it servitude? Servitude's a word? Servitude a word? I made it one.
It's a word now.
It's a word.
It makes
Yeah,
sense.
a servant. I'm pretty sure it is. But the way we serve others, like they're experiencing that because of the obedience that I had. And through that obedience, I feel like God has built more resilience in me. I've always been a stubborn person, like always been stubborn, but I feel like resilience is a little bit more. Like it's a little bit tougher when something is really, really hard. It's my resilience. It's my not just tenacity, but the fact that I'm not going to let something sway my decision or sway my obedience. So that's really what it's been, is just knowing that every step that I've taken has been directed by God, and that's what will continue to keep me on this journey, will continue to keep me pushing forward when I want to quit or when I want to go find a full-time job, because we've got 4 kids to take care of. So yeah,
and other responsibilities,
of course.
I have a question for you. What is this might be like a cliche question, but what is your favorite thing? Not the material things like traveling, getting new shipment in that feels like Christmas, but like outside of that.
What do I personally enjoy doing outside of that?
Yeah.
Driving to Galveston for sure. You mean like that?
No, not traveling.
Oh, dang it. I mean, driving isn't traveling. Reading?
Reading?
So you mean like that?
Yeah, no. I mean like in the business.
Oh, in the business. I said personally and you were like, yeah.
Oh. No.
So no, not personally?
The business.
Okay.
Business-wise.
The business, my favorite thing to, I would say style people. Styling. I genuinely enjoy styling people.
Like making them just look good, but feel good. And
like
feel
when
themselves.
Adriana came into the shop earlier and we were she was trying stuff on. She had put on, it was one of the camis and a kimono. And she was like twirling with the kimono. She was doing it kind of jokingly, but she had a genuine smile on her face. And, she just had her second baby. And so she felt like, she told me that she doesn't really dress up anymore. And she told us the last time she came, she doesn't really dress up anymore. So I asked her, I was like, oh, do you feel like a girl? Like, do you feel pretty? And she was like, yes, like I really do feel pretty in this. So just being able to help women in that area, having them try stuff on that they probably normally wouldn't try on, and then they end up walking out with it. How many times does that happen?
Oh.
It happens often. So just getting that reaction from them and seeing a genuine smile on their face, being able to be a part of that is definitely my favorite part of owning a business, of running a business. Yeah. Definitely.
Hey, I don't think I've ever asked this, and if you've explained it, I wasn't listening, so I'm sorry, but how did the Oh My Jane, just brand come about? Like, how did you just wake up, I'm going to make a boutique, I'm going to just name it Oh My Jane? Like, how did the name come about, and how did the idea...
How did Oh My Jane become Oh My Jane?
The name came first, which is funny. The name came first for sure, and it was just when I realized that all 4 of you guys, the first initial of your name spelled out Jane. Obviously not in like chronological order, but when I realized that, I was like, okay, one day I'm going to do something with this. And it was probably about 6 months prior. My throat just burped. So yeah, it was about 6 months prior, and I came up with the name. I knew I was going to do something, and that's the thing, like I didn't know that it was going to be this, but I did know that it was something. I felt like God had kind of sparked something when he gave me that name. Like something was sparked inside of me, and I was like, okay, I have to do something. So I think just being able to really see the reactions when they come out of the fitting rooms and they're trying something on that they weren't expecting to try on, or something that they might not have been interested in at first, and then after they try it on, they're real hesitant. Some of them, depending on the customer.
They're like, I would never wear that.
Yes, and then they come out loving it and
leaving the shop with it on.
Literally, can you just cut off the tag and we'll walk out with it? So being able to see their reaction and know that we were a part of what made them feel better, like that's definitely what I would say the best part of this, my favorite part of owning a business, is being able to experience that and be a part of that.
Be a part of it. Mm-hmm.
Be a part of that. And what would you say yours is, as far as working in it, because there's obviously not a lot of men that work in boutiques. There are husbands and there are some sons who will help with like the live sales or the help in the stock room. So you're not the only one. But what is it that you have like working here and serving the women that come through the doors, or packaging or shipping stuff? What do you find most fulfilling about it?
Packaging and shipping is got to be, like, in order of like fulfillment, packaging and shipping and hanging up is dead last. But I love being able to like ask women about people, not even women, just people about their days, how it's been going, ask how their morning was and all that. Like, just getting to talk to them, getting to know them, and getting to like trying to get them to feel comfortable to be here. I think that's my favorite part. Well, I don't think it's my favorite part of being here. Like, I'd much rather work that desk for 8 hours and be back there hanging up clothes.
Yeah.
All day.
Or shipping. I mean, that would be awesome if that's all we had.
If that's all we did,
because then that means that we'd have
that'd be awesome.
a lot of clothes and a lot of packages.
I like the genuine interactions. Like, not just, oh, how was your day? It was good. Just that, like, just being able to talk to them and just be able to, like, talking to a person how it should be. That's got to be my favorite.
And most likely you brightened up their day. Maybe their day started off really, really
That's,
low.
Yeah, that's what I keep in mind whenever I say hi. Like, I try to be as cheery as I can. And I'm also, like, y'all know me, I'm super antisocial. So being right there, just checking people out, not checking people out, but when they buy something, checking them out, that's, I like.
He's like, I have to be real careful with that.
Yeah. I forgot where I was going with this. I enjoy it. But what's yours?
Driving to Galveston. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. I'm going to throw some shade at my mom because she threw some shade on us earlier.
My favorite thing, or what I enjoyed the most, man, I feel like it's kind of similar to yours. You're like the main thing about it because you're the owner and like people love you. But I guess just making people, women, men, like they'll come in and not shop for themselves, but just like people, making them feel good about themselves and making them feel extra confident, or confident if they weren't really confident in themselves in the first place. But yeah, just being a part of that, being a part of them feeling good about themselves inside and the outside, I would say is probably what I enjoy. Like, I get fulfillment from other people's happiness and confidence, because then it makes me happy, it makes me confident.
Yeah, right, because you know that you were a part of that. So would y'all say that what y'all are doing right now is, both of you, I mean, you can go first, that what y'all are doing right now in Oh My Jane is giving y'all a sense of purpose, like, or is it something that you feel like just another employee at Walmart? You know what I mean?
I had deja vu. I don't know why. But ask that question again.
Oh my god. So you made me forget.
I knew your question.
Go ahead.
So ask it.
I do get a sense of purpose in Oh My Jane. There you go. You can
play off of hers. Yeah.
Because like I see myself probably like adding like a branch to Oh My Jane. I've talked to my mom. I got a surprise for you. But we have talked about this before, where I want to start my own thing, and whether it's maybe apart from Oh My Jane or even with Oh My Jane,
under the Oh My Jane name.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I don't, and she's given me and my brothers like the free will. If she's told us like, if we don't want to be a part of Oh My Jane in this business, we can do our own thing. Obviously I'm here and I'm doing this, so I do get a sense of purpose, and I feel like I do have a purpose here in Oh My Jane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Correct answer. I won't fire you tomorrow. Your turn. Yes. Be very careful what you say. Just kidding.
This place is awesome. She never calls us out.
I don't threaten them. I don't threaten y'all.
Huh?
I don't threaten y'all.
No. Yeah, never.
I also homeschooled them, so if they mess up on their words, that was not my fault.
It was her fault.
I'm the one that made up. What was the other word? It's not even made up. I don't remember.
You
It's
said
okay.
not constitutionalized. What was it?
Constitutionalized is not a word.
That's stupendous. What was it called?
We'll remember later.
Okay. So the question was
Do you feel a sense like you are living
sense of purpose, yeah.
a sense of purpose being here, or do you feel like this would just be another, just a day in the life, like, or not a day in the life, but a day at,
Yeah, I'm gonna be super humble right now.
Walmart.
It's not like not a job at Walmart, but without me, y'all wouldn't have been able to do half of what
There
they
it
can
is.
do.
He's so humble.
So, like the website, the app, live videos, like most
Oh,
of it
this
was all me.
boy.
So I do feel purpose because I am getting like technologically smarter. But
Okay. I mean, I'm glad that Oh My Jane has provided that sense of confidence and instilled such humbleness in you.
I get it from you. She taught me everything I know, but except when it comes to technology,
Technology?
stuff, techie stuff. Remember, I'm the it guy, but I love being able to use the Oh My J name to go out and help people, and
I thought you were gonna say hit on people.
hit on people, when I check them out. But yeah, I like wearing their name on my sleeve. Whenever I do anything, it's like, oh, I do it, and I come from Oh My Jane.
Being proud of it.
Being proud of it, yeah. And again, without me, none of this, most of this wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's the A in Jane. So.
It'd be
The A
just
in Jane.
Oh my Jane.
Oh my Jane.
Oh my Jane.
Oh my,
Yeah.
I could have done Oh My Jen.
Oh.
Oh My Jen. Oh my,
Oh my Jane.
I don't know.
What if you use my first name instead of A?
Oh my,
S.
it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. It worked out the way it did because that's how God destined it. So,
That works.
you're welcome. Do y'all have any questions? I mean, is there anything?
Yeah.
I feel like y'all literally know my goals, my visions for this. Like, I share the most with you guys about what the next step is going to be, what my fears are. Oh, that's a good one.
I was just
I
about to
was
get
about
on
to
that
say it.
topic.
I said it first.
Before I do, I got a question. I don't think I've ever asked this, and if I did, I wasn't.
This is the second time that you've done this to me. I'm sure I asked you, but I don't remember, so can you tell me again? Go ahead.
You cut me off. What let me say. She does this all the time.
So do you.
You both do it.
So do you.
Yeah, I never asked, but
We're all very
what
rude.
was the Oh My Jane? Like, what came upon the name? Like, did you just wake up, oh, I'm gonna make a business and name it Oh My Jane? What was the meaning behind the name, and what got you to start Oh My Jane?
I feel like we started that and then I didn't finish it because we went on a tangent like about other stuff. So the name is an acronym of y'all's names. So that came about first. 6 months later, 6 months later, I would say about 6 months. It probably wasn't even that short, but shortly after coming up with the name, one thing that I did always want to do, but I never really saw myself doing, was it started when I was about 20, maybe 21. I would go and style people. I would take people, I did it to at least 3 or 4 people in my early 20s, and I would take them shopping. 2 of them I went and shopped for. So it was just, they wanted help. They didn't even really ask for help. I just was like, okay, you know what? This would look really good on you. Let's do a makeover. Let's get your makeup. I'm going to do your makeup one day. I'm going to fix your hair. So I did that with about 3 or 4 people in a span of a year or 2. And they all felt empowered. They all felt beautiful. So after that, I watched the movie Devil Wears Prada. And I was like, I would love to be a personal stylist. Like, I would love to literally just get paid to shop for somebody because of how they felt when I did their makeup that day and their hair, and I gave them a completely different outfit.
Now you're Miranda, and I'm Andy.
I know, you are Andy.
I am.
You're not even Emily yet, just Andy.
Just Andy.
So I did want to do that, but I never thought that, we're doing it now on a bigger scale. Mm-hmm. We are shopping for people. They just don't know it yet because they haven't walked through the door. But the people that do come in, they know that they can count on us to give them something that they're going to feel comfortable in. We get people in that are like, hey, I've got this occasion, you know, what do you have for me? And so we'll throw stuff together for them. So I'm still doing what I wanted to do in my early 20s, but it's on a bigger scale. A bigger scale completely, because I never saw myself having a store. So that's where that desire stemmed from, was just being able to empower women, to be able to empower people, and doing it through clothes. Like, why not, you know? Because I love clothes. I was not always fashionable at all. Like, I was always 10 years before, you know, when vests, I wore them when they were not cool, when I was like 13 or 14. And then 10, 15 years later, vests were super popular. I wore high water jeans when I was 17, when they were not popular. But it's good now. Like, you know.
The sense of being able to empower a woman through clothing is also unique, because you would usually see it through weight loss or something. And it's cool that you see past that. You don't just see a skinny model. Like, you use all of them. And small through large to small through XL.
Small
like,
through
they're all
XL.
the same.
You see all of them valuable and beautiful.
You make that a point, and that's cool. Like, you try to boost their confidence. You do boost their confidence through clothing, not just weight loss, or like, you see them as they are.
Yeah.
You don't try to make them better.
And I think with that, like, that was the whole reason why I pushed for the curvy at the beginning, because the first year or two we weren't selling. We had one plus size customer, and it made more sense to let go of the plus size selection, because it wasn't benefiting us. It wasn't making the boutique any money. But that's not why I started On My Jane. It wasn't to make money, because if it was, like, I would have quit 6 years ago. I would have quit 3 months into it, because we don't make money. Literally, yes. So I don't like excluding people, and I've always been like that since I was a kid. I would go to the person that was lonely, sitting by themselves, and I'd make friends with them. At church and youth group, I was the welcoming committee. I always introduced myself to everybody first. I went against the flow. I didn't do what was popular. I sat with the people that nobody wanted to sit with. I've always been like that. So having to tell somebody who is curvy, oh, do you happen to have my size? And me say, no, I'm sorry, we don't carry it. I was not going to do that. So it was a huge sacrifice to continue carrying curvy through that period, but it was a sacrifice I was willing to make to help make a difference in that one person's life, and then eventually other people that started buying. So that's, again, going back to your original question, that's where it stemmed from, was just being able to empower women through fashion. Our slogan is strengthening through style.
Yep.
And that's what we do. We literally strengthen women through style, through fashion, through clothes.
Clothes, accessories, literally
jewelry,
anything that you can wear.
Anything you can put on your body. Yeah. I forgot what we were going to say.
I think your worst fears.
Yeah. What?
In the business.
What is, that's a good one. What is my worst fear? My worst fear, and then I want to know y'all's. My worst fear in it for sure is not, I would say probably like not being able to reach enough people, not being able to service the multitude, basically. Like, knowing that there are people out there who might have what we have to offer, which is God, which is his love, his the way he encourages us. That's how we encourage others. And not being able to see more people being influenced and being touched and catching the vision of Oh My Jane. I think that's one of my biggest fears is it dying before, like, we don't want it to die. I'm not afraid that it's going to die at all. That's not a fear. Or me dying before I get to see more people reached. You know what I mean? Like,
because that's like my fear.
Yeah. Of me? Is me dying?
Yeah, you dying.
No, it really is a fear of yours. Yeah. No. So what is your fear?
I would say, because kind of like about that, I'm empathetic, so you are such a hard worker. Like, you literally invest all of your time and your tears, prayers, like your money, like everything into the business, just for it to not go anywhere or someone takes it from you. I think, like, it hurting you will probably be my biggest fear, because I know that would be devastating, but I know that you would be protected, of course, but.
And yeah, that's a good legitimate fear.
And mine's kind of like riding off of yours. It's because every time I open up the store, I always pray over it, like, God, this is your store. We're not doing this for money. We're not doing this because we want to. Well, we do want to. We want to do it for you. And
It's not for our own selfish gain, right?
Yeah. And so I pray, like, God, just bring anybody to the store, anybody who needs like comfort, anybody who's had a bad day, just anybody who needs you, God, just like bring them to the store. And my fear is that there's a lot of people who don't come to the store, and they won't be able to get a little bit of God, a little bit of comfort, and I guess that's my worst fear. And also, my Jane shutting down. I guess I should throw that in there. But, I gotta say, just people missing out on what we can help them with.
And offer them and how we can serve them.
Like, I always offer people a water bottle.
Yeah.
Or when a kid comes in, I offer him a snack, which is kind of weird, but I do it anyways.
Don't take it from the strange boy that checks women out at the counter.
You want a lollipop?
You put it that way. That's just terrible. But yeah, I think it's got to be mine.
Yeah, it's good. They're all rational fears, and I think it's really just trusting God that He's going to take us where we need to go, and that He's going to continue opening doors for us to be able to minister, because I do see Oh My Jane not as a business, which is why I don't really run it as a business, which is why I probably make decisions that accountants and other big business owners are like, you shouldn't do that. But that's because I don't run it conventionally in a conventional way. I see it more as a ministry. I see it more as okay, God, whoever it is that you want me to serve today, whoever you send my way today, whether they make a purchase or not, let me make an impact, a positive impact on their life. And I think having that mentality, having that as like the forefront of our intention is what helps. So,
this is a quick question for you. How many times...
Elena or me?
You.
Sorry.
How many times have you thought about just quitting?
Oh.
How many times today? At least 5 times today.
How many times have you not thought about quitting?
That's an easier question to answer. On days where we make good money, I'm like, oh, I can do this forever. But then literally the next day, it's like, I just want to quit.
$2.
I want to get a job. Working 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 would be so much easier than this. But yeah, it's definitely an everyday. I always want to quit. I'm human. Like, I'm going to be, I don't get discouraged too often, because again, it's all about holding on to God's promise. But, the days that we've had here at the shop have been tough, and it would be so much easier. I would have so much more time with you guys, so much more time if I did just quit and do, an 8 to 5 job and actually make money. But what would we get out of it? What would God get out of it? How is that going to glorify God? How is that going to benefit His kingdom? If I stop doing what it is that He called me to do, and then close the doors on what God is potentially going to do through you and through you and the other women who help us here. It's more than just me. And so that's what helps me stay focused, is not just knowing that God is going to do something, that He is doing something, but knowing that what I'm doing is paving a way for you guys and for other women to come on board, to be able to be like, you know what, if Stacy can do it, I can do it. For you guys to say, if there's anything that I want you to remember, is that my mom never gave up. Like, that's what I want for you guys to know, and then anybody else that comes on board. So
that trait is good. Like, I forgot what word it is, and like whenever you see it, and then like it's, how do you explain it?
What?
Like,
you said 2 words.
He did. I heard train.
Trait.
Oh, trait.
Yeah, trait. Like, it's a trait you have, and then like, let's say a kid sees it, you're like, oh, I want to be like that. Like, inspiring. Yeah, that trait is also like inspiring. Like the never, like losing faith, not giving up, persevering. That's very. I keep wanting to say improvising.
Admirable.
We're
inspiring?
Both inspiring and admirable.
You mean, like, I can't even think of other words. This is God keeping me humble. Like, Stacey, you're literally gonna forget every single word you can say about yourself right now. Thanks God.
Kind of about our relationship as a family in the business. I just didn't know I knew how to word it, but that was like 5 minutes ago.
that one would be like its own whole topic.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Like its own whole topic. Like we'd be able to dig into the dynamics, the family dynamics at home, and how we can
our
apply them
relationship
here.
alone would be like 20 minutes.
Literally,
or maybe
at
an hour.
least its own podcast, just talking
literally.
about our own thing, and then we can have Aiden in there and just throw out his own little,
Say something every 2 minutes.
his own take. He's like, that's how it is in the car ride over here. Or he'll like sneeze and then give us a lot of material to work on, to
Sneeze
work
like
with.
Yeah,
Sneezing like a gremlin.
Yeah, I sneezed this morning. They were laughing at me for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
It was so funny. Because you literally like you went from sneezing like a human to sounding like a freaking gremlin at the end. Like every single sneeze. The 5 sneezes that you did.
Did it sound? How did it sound?
I don't know. I can't do it now. I was able to do it perfectly the first.
Tickle his nose hairs. Make him do it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. It's like I couldn't breathe.
You literally sounded like a gremlin. So.
I was like in the middle of me trying to breathe, so like it just sounded gremlin-y.
Gremlin-y. Definitely. Very gremlin-y.
It's good. But,
If your sneeze was an animal, I would say it's a gremlin.
If my Jane sneezed, what kind of animal would it be?
What kind of question is that? Oh my gosh.
I feel like that's how dreams are. They don't make sense like that.
He literally just talked about one of my dreams. That was funny. You're funny, Aiden, when we give you a chance to talk. So let's go back to the beginning. Back to where Oh My Jane started. What were you doing at the time? Again, when you were 14. What were you doing? What were you dealing with? What were your plans for future Elena? Not vice president of Oh My Jane Elena.
I think I was doing literally nothing. I mean, I was homeschooled, but I mean, besides doing school, I think I did nothing. Like, I didn't do any hobbies. I wasn't drawing. I wasn't.
Wasn't that nice?
No, very nice.
Right?
But yeah.
I don't remember what that's like.
I think I was playing my guitar, but I for like 2 seconds I touched my guitar and that was it. That was literally it. I mean, I saw myself. I wanted to be an influencer, whether it was from YouTube, thank you, or at the time Musically. Like, it was just like that's what I wanted to do.
Can I have the water? I'm sorry.
At 14, and then I got dragged into Oh My Jane, and here I am, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like, I enjoy being here and being in this position.
And post Aiden, is that how you say it? Post
Pre
Oh My Jane.
Aiden.
Pre
Pre
Oh
Oh
My
My
Post
Jane.
is after, right?
Pre Oh My Jane
Yes,
posted
post
after.
Pre Oh My Jane Aiden was like he was.
Oi.
So everybody goes through their like YouTube phase, like from when they're 5 to like 80 years old.
I did it because YouTube wasn't around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
because you're ancient.
I'm talking now.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, I went through the I don't
we're
my Jane
going?
phase. What was it called?
I'm not gonna help you. You were just rude. Now you want me to help
keep
you?
cutting me off. Let me. I need your voice right here.
Oh my
Thank you.
gosh.
So I was doing like
Samuel, I'm literally about to call
So I
you
was
by
doing a
full name.
YouTube phase, and
You were doing a YouTube phase?
I was doing a YouTube phase.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through my YouTube phase. This is when I was 12.
About 12.
That's all I did. I didn't have any hobbies.
You were doing a stop mo.
Stop mode. That's what I did. I deleted like most of those videos. 'cause
You should have saved them.
No, I heard my voice and I was like,
It was so
no,
cute.
it's not cute.
You had an
It was very
adorable,
cute.
very squeaky,
It was all cringe. But so
mean, it
I did
was, but it was
stop
cute.
mo
but it was so cute.
and YouTube. But that was it. But like now that I think about it, like how did I live just doing those two? Play video games all day?
Right? I think you did.
Schoolwork?
Like,
Literally.
I did,
just-
but now that I think about it, that's boring. That's
Mhm.
like I like having things to do.
Right.
Mhm.
But I think it's like even deeper than that. Like now you're doing something that makes you feel a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
You're not just going from minute to minute wondering, like literally just wondering what you're doing with your life. You know that what you're doing has purpose,
Yeah.
and being able to live it out, especially at such a young age. You know, you being 18, you being 20, y'all have the opportunity. I didn't find my purpose until I started On My Jane, 6 years ago. I was a worshiper, like a worship leader, and that gave me a sense of fulfillment and made me feel like I was living out my purpose, but I knew that there was something more I should be doing. So I didn't really have a mentor to guide me and tell me, okay, this is what you should hone in on. This is what you need to focus on is your purpose. I didn't have that. So I didn't find out. I didn't figure out how to start walking in my purpose and figure out what my purpose was until mid-30s, late 30s. And so for y'all to be able to have the opportunity to figure out what your purpose is at such a young age, like that's just setting y'all up for greater things. Y'all are going to accomplish way bigger things than I did at your age, and then even at my age. Like, it's going to be so much more. So if there's anything that I'm grateful for that came out of Oh My Jane, it's just being able to put y'all in a place where you can figure out your purpose and you can live out your purpose, both of you. I know I'm talking to Elena a lot. You're here too. But you have purpose, and you are living it out as well.
Yes, I am.
What is something that you're excited for, back to Oh My Jane, like that you are expecting to see or excited to see happening now or expecting to see in the future?
Ooh. Oh, that's a big one.
I'll go first.
Yes, please.
One of the things that I'm excited about, and I'll give y'all a chance to think about what you're going to say. One of the things that I'm excited about introducing is going to be the Find My Fit that we're going to be doing. It'll be, we'll be able to introduce it's basically styling women, which goes back to what I wanted to do in my early 20s.
Literally.
So having them fill out a survey, a questionnaire about what their likes, dislikes are, what is the occasion that they're going to be dressing for or shopping for, and then being able to put outfits together for them based on the criteria that they gave us. So I'm really excited to be able to introduce that, and I know that that'll help just open doors for other things, and just pushing that as a service that Oh My Jane provides to women, styling them. So that'll be a good one. Find My Fit, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm,
Does anybody?
So you're talking about like what we're excited for?
Yeah. What is
What we
something
look
that you're excited to see happening in the future, or something? Yeah.
Just a small one. I'm excited to have more people inside. Like, that's just a small one. But you were talking about, I don't know if I can disclose this information.
But you're about to anyway.
But I'm going to anyways. You were talking about like a coffee shop. Because I like...
Oof, ba-boof. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
giving everyone the spoilers.
I didn't say coffee shop. I meant...
He meant toffee pot.
Yeah, we're starting that. But like, me, I like baking and all that stuff. So like, being able to just... I guess I'm trying to say, I just want to be able to help people more.
Yeah.
Like in the coffee shop. Like, it just adds more to Oh My Jane. Like that Find My Fit thing, I think is what you said.
Yeah, Find My Fit.
Pretty much everything you have planned, I'm excited for.
And it is something that we're going to do is, now that you like the cat's out of the bag. Yeah, that is something that I want to do, is be able to get or open up another location and it be a cafe and a boutique on the other side. That'd be a lot of fun. So now that you have a desire to bake, you can definitely be the one to come up with like some of the pastries, and you'll have to make coffee, which means you'll have to drink coffee to know if it's good or not.
Okay, drink.
Well, then you can't be the coffee maker.
I'll be the pastry
person.
maker. I can do that. Joshua's the coffee.
Oh yeah, he is.
The J for J.
You can make it.
Coffee making.
Yep.
I'm excited to see what God's going to be doing in Aiden, you, me, and other people on the team, like whoever, like the people now and then the people that are going to be included. Like I'm excited to see what he's going to be working through us and what he's going to be using us for. I feel like it's also really scary, but it's exciting too.
Yeah. It's definitely scary because we don't know what it is.
Oh yeah.
At all, but that's part of this journey. That's the whole part of this journey. Like, I started it really scared, and it's like, okay, well, here we are. Opening the boutique was scary. But here we are. So it's all about what you do with that, the fear, so to speak. Like, use it to push you forward or hold you back. So it was great asking you all these questions, talking to you guys, showing a little bit of our real selves to everybody else. So yeah, we'll figure out, we'll do this again. Let's do this again. Same time, same place next week. I mean, next week. Same time, same place.
Thank you guys for watching this video.
Thank you.
Like and subscribe. Post in the comments below what you want to see us do next. Ice bucket challenge.
Is that a thing anymore?
Is it?
No, it's
That's
not.
so 2015. I don't even know.
You don't even know your years.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening to what we have to say. We are excited to be publishing, offering this kind of this conversation, because I know we're not going to be, or I'm not the only mom who has children working with them and for them. So just to show you a little bit of who we are, like it's an honor and a blessing that you are even watching. So until next time, find my fit, y'all. Don't forget, find my fit. Don't forget to check us out. Oh My Jane Boutique, 535 Tobrio Road in Alvin.
In Alvin.
All right, guys. Bye.